Here is one of my best tips on how to save money on flights. And no, the tip is not buying the flight on Tuesday. That's a myth, by the way. The tip is to track your flights using an app like Hopper. This is what the app looks like when you open it, and as you can see, you can search for flights, cars, and hotels, but I mostly use it for flights. What I love about this app is that it will track the specific flight that you're looking for and then alert you when the prices go down. Here's an example of a flight that I'm tracking from the Newark airport to the Orlando airport. As you can see, it tells you what the current lowest price is, and it also tells you if you should book now or wait until prices go down. All you have to do to track a specific flight is click watch this trip, and then Hopper will alert you when the prices change. They also offer some perks like getting cash back, and they offer their own travel insurance that you can purchase through the app as well. You can also just use Hopper to track flights and then purchase that flight directly through the airline if you feel more comfortable. If you like this money-saving travel tip, make sure you follow for more.
The experts over at Scott's Cheap Flights created a list of the top 10 airports for best international travel. If you don't know about Scott's Cheap Flights, what they do is they're a travel blog. They research deals, and when they find them, they share them with their audience. Based on that, they put together a list of which airports get the most frequent, cheap deals, basically for international flights. So here are the best 10 airports based on their research. So number 10 is Dallas, number 9 is Philly, and number 8 is Boston. Number 7 is San Francisco, number 6 is Miami, and number 5 is Washington, IAD. Number 4 is Los Angeles, and number 3 is Chicago. And number 2 and number 1 are Newark and JFK. For the best deals on international flights, you're always going to want to head to New York because they have so many airports, so many options, and a lot of hubs there. So you'll get the best deal. Again, if you're looking to save some money on an international flight, head to one of those airports. We call it adding a stop or a positioning flight. If you live in a city that's a smaller city that has a small airport like I do, I live in Kansas City, it's going to be cheapest for you to fly to one of those big cities and then fly out from there. Okay? All right.
If you're looking for a slightly extra way to plan and budget for travel, here's my current process. 1, identify the theme of your trip. This helps you prioritize all the different options for activities. 2, budget for the big items first, like flights, hotels, food. I keep a running list in my budget, and then I'll set a target in YNAB for how much I want to save. Then I add in fun activities and experiences. 3, create a custom Google My Map. I put everything on this map: museums, photo spots, cafes, which makes organizing each day based on location so much easier.
Do you want to know the best way to travel on a budget? And I mean really travel on a budget. Watch this. Go on to skyscanner.com, add your departure city, it could be from anywhere. Go to 2, and you're going to put can't decide where to go. If you have specific dates, you can choose those. However, I'm going to choose cheapest month. This will make sure I get the cheapest option. You can go on round-trip flights in the United States to Nashville, Tennessee for $31, Dallas, Texas for $36, U.S. Virgin Islands for $107. You can even get round-trip flights to the United Kingdom for $280. These are incredibly low flight prices, and you barely had to do any work. Now, that's a good travel tip if you ask me. Like this video to see more.
Here are 5 hacks for saving money on flights. Book your flight on a Tuesday. Use Hopper to predict when the cheapest date will be to buy your flight. Stay loyal to one airline so you're eligible for mile rewards and upgrades. Open a credit card good for travel and book all travel on this card. Depart on a Wednesday and return on a Tuesday or Wednesday to save big.
I'm planning on traveling this summer. How can I save money on flights? Okay, I have 3 tips. Sometimes the pricing of flights is inflated just based off your location. Okay, and changing your IP address to lower income countries like Mexico or India by using a VPN might help you save. What if I don't have a VPN? Okay, this one may or may not help, but search for your flight in incognito mode so the booking sites can't track your search history and raise the prices. That sounds like a lot of work. Then just use Google Flights as they tend to give the best prices. Got it, I'm following.
You need to know about this travel hack if you want to save money on flights. Instead of buying a direct flight to a city, sometimes it's cheaper to buy a flight with a layover in the city you actually want to go to. Let me show you what I mean. Airlines charge you more for non-stop direct flights because of the convenience. It's very inconvenient and it takes time to stop in a city, so those flights are usually cheaper. So let's say, for example, you want to fly from Kansas City to Chicago. Normally, you will go to the airline's website and just book it Kansas City to Chicago non-stop round trip. It's $179. Instead of that, you can go to this website, skiplag.com, and they'll help you find a hidden city fare for cheaper. This is the exact same flight you were going to book earlier. The only difference is instead of booking Kansas City to Chicago, you're going to book Kansas City to Denver with a layover in Chicago and just get off the plane. By doing that, you're going to save $41. Make sure you take carry-on bags only and you can really save.
How to save money on flights.
I got you. Flying out of areas in a 2.5 to 3 hour radius can really help you save money on flights. So I live near Philadelphia International, but flying from New York or Baltimore literally saves me hundreds of dollars on international flights. When flying on budget airlines like Spirit and Frontier, buy your ticket at the airport. It can be any airport as long as they have the carrier. This can save you $20 to $40 per ticket on taxes that are tacked on when you buy your ticket online. Fly on Wednesdays and Thursdays always, and if you can, fly after a major holiday like New Year's. I use Google Flights to find all of my flights, and here are some of the prices that I have found. $285 to go to Paris, France. $199 to go to Puerto Rico. $306 to go to Athens, Greece. And $129 to go to Mexico. Like for part 2.
3 ways to save money on flights, part 3 that you didn't know about. 1. Traveling with flexible dates. Google Flights has made this easier than ever to figure out. Go into Google Flights, pick your dates, and then you can see which date is cheapest to fly on. As you can see, this is almost $1,400 and this is $835. Huge difference. Number 2, having a flexible location for departure and arrival. Flying to Paris on October 27th, it's around $530, while on the same date, it's almost $800 to fly into Madrid. If you're planning to visit multiple locations on one trip, you can choose the order of locations based on which place is cheapest to fly into. This also works for departure airports. And my third and final tip is something I've actually never talked about, but thank you for watching until the end. I'm gonna reveal a huge secret. If you have any friends and family that work for airlines or in the travel industry, they get huge discounts. My friend used to work for American Airlines and I used to get free flights all the time, usually in first class. So use your network and connections because you might be able to save a lot of money and get a lot of free flights. Follow me for more travel tips.
Okay, so 2 words, travel rewards. So all my budget brides that are trying to get discounts on their honeymoon travel and then on future vacations with your husband, you need to get you some travel rewards. So for me, that was a Southwest rewards card. And what I did was I paid all of my wedding related expenses on that Southwest card. And then from that, I was able to earn the companion pass with Southwest. So after I earned that pass, me and my husband were able to travel together. And we only had to pay for my ticket. He got to travel along with me for free. Now, it wasn't all free. We did have to pay for like fees and things of that sort. And it ended up being $22 and some change every time we flew. So our wedding was out of state and our honeymoon was out of state. So we were flying a lot last year. And so we saved so much money with that companion pass. And then on top of that, once we, got all the points for making our purchases on the pass with our wedding related expenses, now this year when we're taking a family vacation, we were able to cover both of our flights for free. We just used our points. So do what you gotta do to be on top of your money and qualify for a travel rewards credit card. And I really only suggest this though if you're good with credit. If you do not do well with credit, don't set yourself up at the beginning of your marriage. Like, just don't do it. But if you're good at just paying it off because you already have the money and you're not using it to kind of like supplement for stuff you don't have, then you should be good to go. Basically, use the credit card like a debit card, and then they'll reward you for doing it by giving you free flights and different rewards. And they do have hotel ones as well that you can do, but for us, it made more sense to do a flight travel rewards card. So, budget brides, get yourself some travel rewards and thank me later.
Hi, I just booked a flight earlier today and now the price has dropped by $100. Can you refund me that $100 difference? No, we don't do price adjustments, sorry. She has no idea. Follow Erica, watch this. Actually, according to the Department of Transportation, when I buy any flight, I can cancel it within 24 hours of booking and receive a full refund. Okay, but that's not a price adjustment, it's a full refund. So I'll get a full refund on the flight and then just book it again because it's $100 cheaper now. Oh, fine, that'll work. Who taught you this? Erica did. She's a lawyer and reads the fine print, so I don't have to. That's why I follow her.
Bro, I just booked my ticket to Mars for $300. I'm actually gonna wait till the afternoon. What's the point of doing that? To save some money, because prices tend to go high in the morning when business travelers book their flights. Just booked my flight for $250. Could have saved $50 if I was just following you.